Hello vegan adventurers and welcome back to Lanzarote Island.
And today we'll go on a guided tour in the Timanfaya National Park, and then we'll go to El Golfo town where we're gonna see Black Sand Beach, Lagoon, and then hike along the coast. Let's get into the vlog. Right, so here we are on a guided tour with two other people from Netherlands, and here we see the remnants of the fig farm. Some fig trees are still surviving and they're about 200 years old. So it's incredible how they can survive these extreme droughts, and it was pretty much the only fruit tree that could survive here. And here you can see the place where they're drying them. On the side of the hills we noticed some little pots, and we didn't know that they are from rabbits. They are brought here from Africa and domesticated, but after they became wild, and they're basically living off from these little bushes. Here we are passing again through the Malpais, or a bed land, which is pretty much the solidified lava field. But some of the pieces look really impressive, as if it was exploded just yesterday. And here our guide showed us this small lava tunnel where you can go for a few meters and you come out on the other side. But apart from this, the guided tour was pretty boring. We saw much more interesting things on our own, like more lava caves. We also hiked up to the crater of volcanoes. We initially booked this tour because we're gonna see the fire coming from the ground from volcanic activity. But unfortunately there was another place where you have to pay for, and this was for free. So I wouldn't recommend this guided tour. Straight after the tour we drove to El Golfo town, where you can hike to this Black Sand Beach, where you have also this green lagoon, which is literally right next to the sea. The sea is not really for swimming because you have a big wave splashing and it's quite rocky, but the scenery looks pretty amazing, so I decided to fly a drone here. So the El Golfo Lagoon is definitely a highlight of our trip in Lanzarote, especially here with this contrast of colors. You have the blue ocean with the black sand beach with the red cliffs on the left side, and you have of course the green lagoon, and finally brown lava cliffs in the background. And here my mom tried to get into the sea, but the waves were too dangerous, and I told her to get out because once she'll be out there it'll be too dangerous and the waves could easily smash her into the rocks. There is another black sand beach with a lagoon in Lanzarote called El Hanubio, which is used as a salt lagoon for extracting salt. So it's too much altered by man, but nevertheless the black sand beach is still pretty good there. get up on these red cliffs, you have a viewpoint here when you get a perfect view of the lagoon, but you also have a view on the right side with the El Golfo town, and it looks pretty epic with all this coastline and the white houses. Alright, and here we started hiking along the coastline at the end of El Golfo town, and this path goes all the way to another town called Caserio de Tenezar, which is 22 kilometers away. So it will definitely take you all day to get there, especially on this rugged terrain. So you can do it from either side, but you have to have somebody to wait for you on the other side to pick you up. But I think it could be pretty interesting adventure, just looking at the scenery of these black lava fields going out into the sea and the big waves smashing down on it. Right, and in about 20 minutes of hiking we got to this interesting natural structure, which is this bridge with the waves smashing down underneath it. So we are not really sure if we could go on the bridge, but then we decided to get closer, and once we got there it was not so scary to go on the bridge, and we actually got some pretty cool photos here. So here I'm actually standing on top of the bridge with the waves smashing down right underneath me, so it was a pretty good feeling, and you can see on the video how cool it looks. Going farther, we're gaining elevation and the cliffs are getting higher, which gives us even more impressive looks on these waves smashing down on these cliffs with the crystal clear waters. Alright, and in about an hour of hiking you can get to this cave, which you can find on Maps.me application. Usually the caves on Maps.me are pretty small and don't go for a long time and are just a little tunnel, but we're surprised that this one went for quite a while. We're scrambling through these rocks for at least 10 minutes for one way. And now you can see the difference between the guided tour in a national park and this awesome exploration of caves, the cliffs and also the lagoon, which was 10 times better than what we experienced in the national park with the guide.
So that's why it's very important to choose the right guided tour if you choose one, and make sure they're according to your needs. If you're a young adventurous person, don't go on a guided tour for old people. As we got out of the cave with another exit, we noticed that there is a nice beach underneath us, and it's also a black sand beach. And you could think that you would be down there in like 15-20 minutes, but the problem is that there's only cliffs on all the sides around the beach, and the only way to get to the beach you have to walk for about 2 or 3 kilometers around and then come down this way that you can see down here. It would take at least another half an hour or more just to get to the beach and then half an hour back, so we didn't have that much time before darkness, so we just decided to turn back. Adventures, I hope you enjoy another amazing video from Lanzarote. Even though we didn't like the guided tour in Timanfaya National Park so much, we had amazing another half of the day exploring the El Golfo Lagoon with black sand beach and also the coastline. We have just one more day left in Lanzarote where I'm gonna go trail running around another volcano, so make sure you stay tuned for the video, and as always, stay healthy and stay adventurous!